Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up weekdays. Catch us live, somebody, let's go.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are doing well out there, enjoying your day, making it positive, making it wonderful, making it everything you need it to be, and more. I wanted to give you guys some updates and talk to you guys about this other case. Okay, we've been watching and waiting for more information, and regardless, I'm not happy, y'all. I'm just going to say it. I'm not happy. You might be wondering, why you ain't happy, Pascal? Well, the reason why I'm not happy right now, y'all, is because we still don't have any justice for this young woman, Shanquella Robinson. We got to talk about this. This is going to be a very short show. I just have to say that. This is going to be a very short show. I do have some pop-up videos coming up, and I probably will be on a little bit later on this afternoon to give you guys some more updates on some other topics and some other cases that we have covered in the past and all that. There's some other things that are brewing that I want to share with you guys big time. But this is the thing, though. This is the thing. This young woman, what the heck, man? I don't get it, and we do need to talk about it. Now we got some more information. Like I said, we're going to be breaking it down. We need to talk about this. I saw this last night, and it just made me feel some type of way. All right. Because I think we all so desperately want to get justice for this young woman. So we got to get into it. So we're going to do that. All right. And, this is an opportunity to keep saying her name. Put it back out there into the internet streets, out there into the ether, right? Get the conversation back up and running again. We are going, clearly, we've been there and done that. We're covering the Brian Kohberger stuff. We're covering the Idaho 4. But at the same time, there is still suspects that are out here in these wilderness streets, breathing in this freedom air. And these people are connected to the passing of this young woman, and they're still out here alive. So if anything, I'm talking about it right now so that we can put her name back out there in these streets again, y'all. Because she deserves justice just as much as those Idaho 4. And it looks like, because it's still alleged, it looks like they're getting justice for those Idaho 4, and rightfully so. But we need to continue talking about Shanquella, period, point blank. So anyway, do me a favor, because the only way we can really get her name out here is if you help this channel, you help this actual show right here by hitting that like button down below. Crush it, make it scream out your name, send it past 300 likes as you guys start to file in, okay? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to every single last one of y'all. And if you haven't done it yet, please hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, whatever, wherever you're watching this show right here, please go and do that. But definitely, if you're on YouTube, it is my main channel or my main platform. Hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. And trust me, we're still covering the Brian Kohberger stuff. I still have some updates about that, which I will be covering in some pop-up videos here in just a little bit. But there are some other things that we need to talk about because the world still goes around and news is still going off like hot fire. So let's get into this, y'all. All right. As we already know, Shanquella Robinson went out to Cabo, San Lucas, with some of her friends. Everybody has now penned them or named them as the Cabo 6. She went out there. She spent a bunch of money treating her friends, treating the people who she called who she believed were friends. And within 24 hours, she was found deceased in the villa that she was paying for. Now, this young woman was incredibly gifted with her businesses and all that, very successful. And she was somebody who was also bringing in her friends and family and giving them jobs too, holding it down for her community and everything. She goes out to Cabo, trying to live the life like it's golden. And then suddenly, her life was taken. Family calls, the Cabo 6 called the family, basically saying, oh, she's having a bad reaction to alcohol. Looks like she has alcohol poisoning. Parents sit there trying to understand what? They never even heard of someone passing from actual alcohol poisoning, which it can happen. It just takes a lot of alcohol, okay? Anyway, suddenly they get an autopsy report. Not autopsy, autopsy. I've heard so many people say optopsy. I've seen it so many different ways. Autopsy. There was an autopsy report, okay, that came back to the family showing that she didn't actually pass from alcohol poisoning. She had serious injuries internally from her neck and her spinal cord, okay, for lack of a better term. So then, some time later, something gets surfaced. All of a sudden, blam, we see proof positive that something sinister happened inside that villa. Something terrible happened to her before an event happened before she passed, which most definitely could be what caused her demise. So, of course, the family's sitting here trying to figure it out, trying to understand what's going on, so on and so forth. They are trying to get in contact with people out in, local officials out in Mexico. They're doing everything they can to try to figure this whole thing out. And still, they're coming back with really nothing at all. All they have is a smoking gun video that has now gone viral. Everybody and their mama has seen it. They have an autopsy report that they're leaning on. And of course, they're listening to these Cabo 6 that came home and lied straight to their faces. So, where we're at right now, Mexico has summoned for the Cabo 6 to come back to Mexico to be interrogated. There is a warrant out for Desjardins. Desjardins was in the viral video, putting her paws on a naked Shanquella Robinson, who is not even throwing fists back. She is just taking the blows, getting thrown around like a rag doll. She is being summoned, or there's a warrant out for her arrest, and she's still in America. She hasn't been arrested or anything of that sort. She is free so far. And now Cabo 6, still also free. They have shut down their phones. They have shut down their social medias. They have basically gone off the grid, so to speak. They are fully in hiding. I don't know how they're able to be fully in hiding. I don't know how that's even possible. Okay? But they are. They all got to eat sometime. They all got to work. They all got to, be social at some point. But from what we understand so far, no one has seen those 6. So now we're in a situation now where there's been a lot of information that's been out here, and that's the problem. That's the problem that we have seen nowadays. We're seeing news, um, media, etc. Some journalists, some amateur journalists, some YouTube content creators as well. We see a history as of recently of people fabricating BS just for a click, right? Creating fake audio surrounding the Idaho 4 tragedy, right? We saw just recently, we watched a woman just surrounding, just in the topic of the Idaho 4. We saw a woman who said that she was a cellmate or someone who was arrested. She was in the jail. She was in the holding cell, allegedly across from BK, right? Saying that he was exposing himself and he was, saying that he's going to cut people and say all this crazy stuff, right? Only to find out that that wasn't even true. And what's crazy is we also had media writing articles about that. Now that article has now been debunked, right? The amount of misinformation is flying rampant, okay? It's frustrating. Very, very frustrating. And it's same with this story here. It's not as wild. It's not as crazy as the Idaho 4, but it's still happening nonetheless. Now, I say that because we have been getting some information from or hearing information from somebody that is allegedly connected or has an inside connection with somebody within the police in Mexico and all that. And I'm not here to knock this man. I'm not here to attack Gerardo Zuniga. So I want to make that abundantly clear. But it is frustrating when you get a piece of information and that information happens to be 110% false. But then you're still getting information from that same source, allegedly, with really nothing coming out, with no real information coming out. So one thing I found very interesting is yesterday. Last night. This is the reason why I'm talking about this. Okay, not only just to get her name and get her name back out there and back into y'all heads, okay? Planting that seed of justice for Shanquella back into your brains, because that needs to be talked about too, okay? Because she still doesn't have her own version of BK's extradited back to Mexico, which is another conversation we need to have here in just a minute. All right? But this information that we're now getting last night was nothing, in my personal opinion. Because just the week before, it was, get ready, guys, 911 calls about to be dropped. At least from my understanding, it was going to be a 911 call. We were going to hear Winter Donovan on the phone, huffing and puffing, nervous and scared, and trying to alert medical, first responders to get to the villa so that we can actually get more information. But we just got some details. And no disrespect to Gerardo Zuniga. Maybe it was a misunderstanding through translation or not. I don't know. But as he came on, I was expecting, I think a lot of us were expecting, to see a phone call or to hear a phone call. And we didn't hear anything of that sort. Now, this is just a screenshot. I'm going to show you guys the screenshot from the actual show real quick. Now, this is just like information on the actual phone call. Now, there's some information that was being said in the video, all right, in the show, which to me was the same stuff we've already known. That they said that she was dehydrated. It was alcohol poisoning, so on and so forth. Hence the reason why the doctor came back into or rushed into the room and was examining her and trying to perform CPR and all that stuff. You see, but where's the 911 call? Let's hear from the horse's mouth, right? Now, obviously, I don't speak Spanish. I don't read Spanish, but this is allegedly the phone call that was made, or a document showing the time the time and information that was being said. Now, this is like I guess she's suffering from dehydration, which is right here underneath here. Congestion, I guess it's from like I don't know what this is right here. Maybe somebody who speaks Spanish could tell me what this second part is right here. But again, regardless of this, I'm looking at this and I'm going, this is still not enough for me. This is still not enough for us to have. And like I said, hey, I still appreciate this information, but I wanted to hear the 911 call. To me, this is just still the same information that we've received and talked about before. Alcohol poisoning. Now they say that there was more information. That's saying dry mouth. Andrea, DCS. It says alcohol. Ooh, where is that? It says sandwich says alcohol consumption. See what I'm saying? So we already know all this stuff, though. See what I'm saying? So they said the same thing. They called 911 or, whatever the version of 911 is in Mexico. Maybe it is 911. I don't know. But they called 911. And yes, I know it says alcoholica. So alcohol, if I'm seeing, because it's all still blurry, right? So I know it's alcohol, but, I'm just curious as to what else is being said there, right? But then I'm looking at this and I'm going, hey, why have a full stream? Why have a whole show? Why hype it up, making it seem like we're going to hear Winter Donovan's voice making a 911 call and us hearing exactly what's being said in that 911 call? Now, I understand in that interview or in that show as well, he said that the maid, where the maid found her, which was by the bathroom. But then that's again, if the maid found her by the bathroom, how did she go from the bathroom to the spot that we saw her in on the floor? And if you don't remember what I'm talking about, let me pull that up again. Right quick. Remember this photo? That ain't nowhere near the bathroom. So I get that information is very important. Again, very important information. Yes. And then also, if this is her, because they even said, seriously, on Metropoli Mix website, shoot, let me just pull that up. They've even said, like, these photos are real. These are authentically her. Let me show you that as well here in a second. But as you see this photo, you see it, okay? They're sitting there saying, this be real, yo. This is 110% real. Don't even try to ask for, if it's, don't even try to challenge it, because this be real, right? And again, hey, at the end of the day, we're still talking about her. We're still bringing it up. We're still having conversations, but still, the details surrounding the 911 call, it's the same details we've heard before, y'all. Nothing. To me, it's a nothing burger. We say that a lot on this show. Okay? Now, oh, shoot. Hold on, guys. My camera has a tendency of doing that. Hold on. Dag nab. I don't know why it does that. It just trips. I don't know why it's tripping. But anyway, you get new stuff and then suddenly everything else goes to ish. And then you got to go, you know what I mean? You got to upgrade everything else surrounding that one little thing. You feel me? But anyway, let me show you guys this too. It says it right here. Photographs of Shanquella are real and authentic. Again. So we're looking at that and I'm going, okay. And they're saying exclusive photographs. Okay, cool. That's great. Okay. Photographs presented during the premiere of the YouTube channel of Gerardo Zuniga. Let me make sure this is big so you guys can see this too. Are absolutely real and authentic. This could be confirmed by the journalist himself after having delivered the set of 5 photographs at the office. We already know that. During his second program, the controversial Mexican communicator, explained that when his statement was taken in the prosecution, he asked if the color and type of clothes Shanquella was wearing was the same as that which appeared in the statements of the witnesses, receiving as an answer that they are exactly the same characteristics described by the doctor and the 2 paramedics who were questioned about the participation in the medical care of the young American. Now, the question still remains, and here it is. The photos could very well be real. But then that still proves positive that, yes, her body was absolutely moved. Her body was absolutely moved. By whom? Had to have been the Cabo 6, right? And I understand she's a little itty bitty thing, but you're moving weight, right? Immovable weight or unalive weight. You know what I'm saying? That's heavy. That's very heavy. You'd need people to lift and move her. You'd need people, like a team effort, to actually put clothes on her body. But still, we don't have more clarity. We don't have truth here. And that's the problem I have with this. And this is the reason why I'm speaking about it right now. I'm frustrated because here it is. I hate this. I'm going to say it. I understand that this is what's the word? Continental, not continental, if that makes any sense. But you look at the Brian Koberger situation. He just got moved, which is a pop-up video I was going to be covering in a little bit, which I will be talking to you guys about in just a little bit here in a pop-up video. But still, he'd been moved like that. Yesterday, he had the extradition hearing. The judge said, yeah, we're going to move you within the next 10 days. He got moved yesterday. He got moved today. Today. He is on his way back to the scene of the crime. He is on his way back to Idaho to face the doggone music, and rightfully so. Now, I understand this is intercontinental. This is inside the U.S. I get that, okay? I get it 110%. I understand these are 2 different things. One's inside and one is outside, right, of the country. But still, we've been waiting. We've been talking about getting these Cabo 6, or at least Dejanay, extradited. And she's still in America, living the life like it's golden. What the hell is going on here, and why is there so much slow motion? There's so much slow motion. And then, of course, on top of that, the thing that's very frustrating is that we sit here and we hang on every single moment that we can get, and we hold on to things like this. 911 call is about to drop, and then we just get a screenshot and explanation of what the 911 call entails. And yet this still is not bringing justice home, not bringing justice home to that family. You know, all the kids' families of the four, I'm just saying, all the kids' families of the Idaho Four, first off, may they rest in peace. But all of them are on the track towards hopefully swift justice here. Hopefully they're gonna be the trial will happen fast, and hopefully he just walks in and he pleads guilty. But God only knows, right? Hopefully they have more smoking gun evidence to just nail this to that guy, right? Well, they got evidence. They got evidence. They got evidence, y'all. So why are they dragging their feet? Why are they dragging their feet? This 911 call that we didn't even get to hear, because you know for a fact we were all waiting for it. Shoot, I got DMs from people sending this to me last night being like, yo, Zuniga's about to drop the audio of this 911 call. You know for a fact I was watching in the nosebleed seats, because I was. And I was sitting there going, where's the audio? And we just got forms, which is stuff that we pretty much already know from multiple counts of reports. So I'm wondering what's going on. And you know what, Sandwich? That's a damn good question. So who is officially in charge of this case? That's something I'd like to know too. Riddle me this, Batman. Who in charge? That's something I don't even know. Who's spearheading the case in America? Not in Mexico, in America. That's what I'd like to know. I mean, seriously, we were waiting for a 911 call and we didn't even get it. Okay? We didn't even get it, y'all. Get up, get down. 911 is a joke in yo town. Like, where's the 911 call, y'all? Where is it? At least let's get that. Because apparently there was supposed to be a second part of the video. And I get it, maybe FBI or, whoever have got their hands on that. Okay, sure. But how did we get the first half? So where is everything else, y'all? Come on, y'all. Where the hell is everything else? And is it true? This is the problem. As soon as we have some issues or some pushback where we get some information and we find out that information ain't true, what happens? We're quick, understandably, to sit there and pump the brakes every single time we get some information. Photos come out. I even said it myself. Is it true? Right? You sit there and you wonder. So now we get this, and I'm going, well, why didn't he just put out? If he has the 911 call, why wouldn't he just put this out? Unless he's waiting for another live to drop that. For fiduciary reasons? I don't know. Like I said, I'm just asking the questions. Because I know a lot of people were upset and very disappointed with yesterday's live, with this particular live. Yeah, we got some information, but we wanted to hear the video. We wanted to hear the audio, right? It's interesting. Darcy, thank you so much for the 5. I don't think the U.S. will send them to Mexico. They can refuse to extradite. That's true. They could. They could. That is very true. But they haven't even caught nothing, though. They haven't even tried. You see what I'm saying? They haven't even tried, yo. So I'm waiting to see if they're gonna like. Let's arrest them, right? And what's slowing that down? Again, there should be so much, the same amount of obsession, the same amount of focus around this case, like everyone is about the Idaho 4 tragedy. Should be the same. This is the only reason why. I mean, obviously, it's not only the reason why, but it's one of the reasons why it got wrapped up and still, even it wasn't the most decent pace for a lot of people, understandably. I mean, shoot, it was 7 weeks for them to take down BK, who is the alleged monster, right? I mean, to me, all roads are pointed to him. He fits the profile, right? Or what they deem as the profile of a monster. He fits it. Oh, he sure does. Okay. Oh, he sure does. Julie Jam, thank you so much for the 5. Looking mighty spiffy today, Pascal. Oh, thanks. This whole thing, good color. Thank you. Glad to see you. You continue to cover this case. Shanquella deserves hard, swift justice, just like Idaho 4. I absolutely 110% agree. Again, it's very frustrating that we don't have nothing. And what's frustrating also is that we are relying on the very little bits of information from another country from one person. We're not getting investigators looking into this. It's like investigative reporters going out to Cabo, diving into this, giving us the information that we need. We don't have anything like that. And I've said this in another show revolving around this, about this case as well. We don't have a Brian Enton out in Cabo standing outside the villa going, I am here at the villa where Shanquella lost her life. We don't have that either. We don't have Banfield talking about this right now. We don't have, you know what I'm saying? Nancy Grace is talking to her, doing her thing. She's doing her Nancy Grace thing. You know what I'm saying? But we don't even have local news talking about it. Period. It just stopped. It just straight up went dead in the water. Something needs to pop off. I mean, man, y'all, listen. All right? The amount of passion and drive that was revolving around the Idaho 4 was borderline psychotic. The amount of information, the amount of theories, as soon as you heard someone say Sam, okay, suddenly everybody's going, well, who's Sam? You know what I mean? And I get it. But I was right there with them, right? It's like Adam. Who Adam? You know what I mean? David. Oh, I know a David. And they're all nasty. Yeah, David. You know what I'm saying? Like it just went nuck and futz, right? We know the 6. This is one of the faces of the 6. No one's deep diving. There is no crazy amount of information out there. It is just gone. It's just him dead. Just dead. I'm going, why? Every day. With the Idaho 4, Could this be an incel? You know what I mean? Like, every day it was something. It's been 15 minutes since the unaliving of these kids. Is this a cold case? It's been a week. Is it still a cold? Is it now going to be a cold case? And then you see the Chief Fry going, no, it's not. It's not. It's not at all. Not at all. Cold case. We're working really hard, and that's all I can say right now. I got to keep a lot of things close to the chest. That's all we've been listening to and talking about for the past 7 weeks. But we can't talk about this. What the hell, y'all? Where's the obsession? Where's the drive? We know 6 of them. 6 of them. There is no mystery behind this. Yet no one's talking about this to get these people back to Mexico so that they can face the Dam music. So frustrating. Okay? So frustrating. So, real quick, because I do have to hop off here in just a little bit. But I did want to share this with you guys too, because this is important. And I couldn't agree more with this. And I think we all should be signing this. I feel like we should have the same amount of passion, drive, and focus like we had on Idaho 4. Now, I'm not sitting here saying start calling people and harassing people and threatening their lives and stuff. Hail to the gnaw. Okay? I'm not saying that at all. But the amount of passion, drive, and focus on the Idaho 4 is what got them to start not dragging their feet, putting a little pep in their step, and catching this damn alleged monster. They went through the genealogy. So I can't even say that word. They went through a genealogy website database to catch this monster. Again, there's not a whole lot of work they have to do with this one. 6 of them were in that villa. 6. All right. This young woman, gone. The information that they gave to the family, BS. Autopsy report came back showing something completely different. Oh, and let's not forget the video that we all done seen 15 million times over. And yet, wow, these people are still breathing in this freedom air. I'm just frustrated about it, y'all. I need y'all to see this too. Blammo. There is a petition out on change.org right now as we speak. I'm going to go and share this with you guys in chat. It's a very long link, but whatever. All right. Hopefully that works. I'm going to pin this to the top. And please go sign the petition. Justice for Shanquella. We need answers. Damn right. We don't even know what's going on. I mean, we know what happened. I'm just saying we don't know what's going on and why there isn't justice. We haven't seen justice for this woman. Why? I don't get it. She deserves justice just as much as anybody else. The Quentin Simons of the world, the Kylie Rodneys of the world, the Kayleys, Ethans, Xanas, and Madisons of the world. Every single one of these young individuals, and just these individuals, young and old individuals that we have lost, they all deserve the same amount of justice. Okay? So, according to Bernard and Salamondra, the parents, we already know that she left, Shanquella left, and of course did not come back home alive. Okay? Now, U.S. Department of State released the following statement in response to the tragedy. We are aware of these reports. Protecting the welfare of U.S. citizens overseas is among our top priorities. Out of respect for the privacy of those involved, we have no further comment at this time. But then I keep wondering, Are they percolating? Are they working on this? Because I got questions. Okay. Furthermore, in order to shed light on the circumstances behind Shanquella's passing, the family contacted Charlotte FBI field office. They are also considering hiring a private investigator, which hopefully they've already done so. If not, then we need to get that on and popping. Please sign and share this petition to help bring justice for Shanquella. And of course, we already know that there's a video that's out of one of her friends attacking her right before she passed away. And then, of course, if the photos are 110% real, look at that beautiful woman. Gee, man. Gone. And still no justice for this young woman. We need to have the same amount of passion, focus, and drive on every single case. Oh, just a little bit of a left turn. Remember Madalena Kojakari? Oh, yeah. She's still missing too. She's still out there. No one has seen her. I'm just saying, I know that we get tunnel visioned. It happens. I get tunnel visioned, especially with that new information with BK. Surprising, off-putting, shocking, right? And of course, we have to cover that, right? But we also got to get back to our roots. We got to get back to reality a little bit and realize that there are other people that still are seeking justice for their loved ones, just like Shanquella. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys coming on and being a part of the conversation. Again, it was a short one today, but I do appreciate you being here. Okay. Again, we need to do as much as we can to bring justice for her and these other stories. And, I'm only one guy. I can only cover as many stories as I can, but I'm trying. I'm trying to play catch up. I'm trying to talk about certain things. There's another story that's been literally sitting on my desk for the past 3-4 days, been wanting to talk about as well. But I'm like, all right, I'm pushing that aside so I can talk about this right now because this matters. This story matters. And that 911 call that we never listened to, we never even heard. It's disappointing that we didn't get to hear that. We do have a little bit of information from what we received in that live, but that live could have been a standalone video. Didn't have to be a live, in my personal opinion. All right. But again, be sure to tune in. If there's any more information, any developing information around this, trust me, we will be talking about it. But please do me a favor, hit that like button down below. All right. Send those likes all the way up again. All right. And if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button. You know for a fact I talk about everything on this channel. I got some more information coming to you guys in a pop-up video. So be sure to tune in when that goes up. So also hit that notification bell so you know when I go live or whenever I have something new coming up with some breaking news. Anyway, I appreciate all y'all for being here. It's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I will see you guys in the next show. Stay positive out there. And justice for Shanquella. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.